Hi, I'm C.R. Hero. I'm the Vice President of Environmental Affairs for Meritage Homes, and I wanted to take 5 minutes to walk you through what I'm sitting in here, which is a Sustainability and Energy Efficiency Learning Center. We built this for realtors to help them understand all the changes that are happening both in existing homes in the retrofit towards better energy efficiency and in new homes and things builders are incorporating into their building process that really add value to your customer. But what is really important with what we're going to walk through over the next 5 minutes is that it's not about all the widgets. It's not about low E2 coatings and LEDs. What it's about is how these things translate into benefits for your customers and how your ability to differentiate between really substantive, better built construction and maybe flashy marketing can help you differentiate yourself in a marketplace that's changing very quickly to incorporate some really good building practices and some that are quite honestly a little bit more marketing. So I'll walk you through some of the main things that are changing in homes today and how they benefit customers. Because ultimately what this is about is getting your customers more, getting them better value, getting them a more comfortable home, and getting things reduced that don't add any benefit. Like this particular home has a different type of insulation and it reduces the heating and cooling cost by 50%. So it makes the home more comfortable. It actually makes the home healthier. But the main thing is it cuts your utility bills down with all the things in this particular home by 50%. And so these are things that help a customer either stretch and buy a larger home, get more amenities, in a new home, get more upgrades in Design Center, and their monthly cost of ownership can actually be less. So let's walk through some of the basic components that you'll see out there, from windows to lighting to appliances, and talk about what really helps your customer live better and some things you should understand and ask questions of from existing homes and other new homes to make sure your customers get the best home. And importantly for you, make sure you've got the tools to be a resource for your customers so that whether they're buying a new home or they're thinking about reselling their existing home, they look to you to help them navigate these issues. The last piece we'll talk about today in energy efficient green building is the advancements that are going on in renewable energy. So there's a tremendous market penetration in the retrofit market with leased solar. And a lot of new builders are offering included or optional solar in new communities. And there is a tremendous difference and some challenges in helping a customer understand what's really good for them and what may encumber a property more than it's adding benefit. So this is an example of a flush-mounted solar system made by Echo Solar System. This panel is a basic gray 2035 panel. And one of the first differences is that this panel makes a different amount of energy as the panel that was produced 6 months ago, and a vastly different amount of energy as panels that were produced 5 years ago. So one of the keys is understanding how much energy the array makes. So you don't want to just know the size, that it's got 9 panels or 12 panels, but you want to find out what is the total rating of that system, and you can do that through either getting a utility bill and looking at how much energy that system made that last month, or you should be able to get some technical data from the installer that says this is an X watt, whether it's a 2.0 kilowatt system or 3.0 kilowatt system. It will tell you how much energy is being made and obviously therefore how much utilities and the value of that utilities that this solar system is producing. Another piece of renewable energy that's common in the market today is solar water heating. So as opposed to kind of this glass matrix, there'll be black panels that are directly hooked to a water heater. And the reason that is a water heater consumes about 10% per month of the annual utility bill. And if you can make free hot water off of your roof, which most solar thermal water heaters can, you can reduce your utility bill 10%, and it usually pays for itself. The question is how old is that system? When was it installed? Because an old system can corrode, it can leak. There's old glycol systems, which means you've got a chemical that is toxic that's being pumped through the system, and then you've got a heat exchanger in the garage. All those things should be inspected in a home inspection But once again, the most important thing is how to convert this renewable energy into benefits for the customer. So let me show you what a system looks like out on the roof, and then let's talk about how this all distills down into utility savings by really getting to the details of what all this means. Because all this should mean a more comfortable home, a more durable home, a home that will have a higher resale value, and importantly, a home that's going to save a customer money month after month in your utility bills. And there's some quick, easy ways to find that out.
What we're looking at here is one of many examples of renewable energy. And what's important to understand is for every type of solar system, there's a different value to the consumer. So what you're looking at here is an example of a flush-mounted new system. Those panels are what they call 2035s, which means peak energy production is 235 watts. And this is just one of many. You've seen solar systems that are mounted above the roof, that are shingles, that are existing as patio covers, that stand alone, and rack systems. And all those systems produce energy in slightly different ways. So what's really important is, one, the aesthetic impact to your customer. Make sure that they're installed in places that doesn't impair the enjoyment of the home due to the aesthetics of the solar system. And two, how much energy it's going to provide. And for that, you need to really look at the utility bills. So understanding how much energy these make directly will translate to how much offset in cost, and therefore when you look at the total cost of ownership of this home, how much value that solar system is going to provide your potential buyers.
One of the best things about all of these components is they distill themselves down into very fundamental things like savings. All the features we talked about today, better windows, better lighting, most of them translate into energy savings every month. And so whether you're looking at a new build with new energy efficiency features included in the construction practice, or you're looking at a home that's retrofitted itself to include better energy efficiency in the windows and the HVAC or renewable energy, that should be readily available in one of two ways. One, in a new home build, there should be a third-party certification that gives itself a HERS score, a Home Energy Rating Service score. And that should demonstrate the percent of energy saved every month in the operating of the home, and that should be able to be translated into dollars every month that is reduced from a comparable home without those features. And one of the unique features of a home with renewable energy, such as this one, is you actually will normally have two meters. It's called net metering, and one is tracking the consumption of energy by the users, and the other is tracking the production of energy. Now, the bill that you receive every month is this minus this, but the nice thing about this is when we looked at other possible solar panel configurations, this is exactly what you need to know to understand, with all the various types of solar panels out there, what the value is of the solar system, because this will tell you every month how much energy it produces in savings.